The host has started recording. Okay, we're recording now. We're up to 36 of you here on OConnect, and how many on the tuber?
41.
Oh, we're up to 77 already. Thank you very much, everybody. Today, as we mentioned, was epic with regard to what was posted in the OES. Remember, we keep telling you, check the OES because you never know when Ash is going to post back there or someone from corporate. And we will briefly mention tonight, without too much ado, and before we dive into our topic of the evening, we'll talk a little about what was said today in that ticker note. Let's go there now. And there's 37 here and 40 something there. We're good.
Yeah, we're good.
All subscribers of record prior to today, which is the 24th day, I'm sitting still. I can't help it. 2023
So now
will
we're
be
coming
credited.
into focus, so that's good.
All right.
You have to be aware of staying in place, okay?
All right. Are we in place now? Yes, we are.
As long as you stay
So
in
all
try to not move around so much, honey.
all subscribers of record prior to today, prior to the 24th, will be credited with 1 month, one free month of OConnect. So you've gotten an extension, didn't even know it was coming. And Red had indicated he thought there'd be a 99.9% chance of that. So that was a good guess on Red's part.
Mm-hmm.
So we're off and running for another month, and there's no charge. So there's nothing you need to do other than enjoy it. And that's how we do things. So any founding affiliates who subscribe from now until the 31st of December in the year 2023 will receive a $50 OCoin credit to your wallet, 50 buckaroos, to be applied to the purchase price of the 143, 143, which was for 3 months, making the cost, get this now, $93, just 93. So that's good stuff in itself.
I agree.
And we wanted you to know about that. So first off, we've got the $50 off for you who haven't subscribed yet. When you subscribe prior to December 31, you're at 93. And for those of you who become, let's see, what do you call that? Just an affiliate, it'll be the 240, right? Less $50, so it'll be 190.
Yeah.
So that's all good stuff. So any founding affiliates who subscribe from now until the 31st of December will receive a $50 OCoin credit to be applied to the purchase price of $143 for 3 months, making the cost, as we mentioned, just 93 buckaroos.
Can't beat that.
Not too
shabby.
Okay, now the credit card and debit card processing will be working again successfully very shortly. At present, it's somewhat slow. It's moving at a snail's pace. We've had people tell us they've tried to get in 3 or 4 times over a 24-hour period. So listen to your neighbors and try to get on when you can. Okay, it's at a slow rate right now, but he's going to pick up momentum, Ash is, with all of this as we go. Now, the one area not mentioned. There's 2 areas. One wasn't mentioned and one was mentioned. The credit card and debit processing will be working again successfully soon. So stand by for that. Don't rush out and try to do it tonight. Give it a day or so and then try it. Just be patient. And there is one area not mentioned, and that was the withdrawal area from September and beyond, and when to expect deposits in our bank accounts. Now, Ash has said, he's mentioned more than once, that this is expected by the 30th day of November in the year 2023. So that would be nice if it in fact is November, which is coming right up, the 30th. And will be paid in bulk in a short period of time. In other words, it won't just be dribs and drabs of payments. Ash says we're going to all be paid in bulk to our bank accounts as well as to crypto. So we are standing by for this. And if we could do the scrolling thing, please.
Alrighty.
Okay, as many of you know, we're on OConnect right now. We are live streaming.
Did you do this?
Oh, I was just getting to that. That's the most important thing, or one of the most. The one area not mentioned was the withdrawals from September and beyond, and when to expect deposits in our bank accounts and in our crypto accounts. Well, as Ash has said, he's mentioned it more than once. This is expected by 30 November 2023. So hang in there. We're 6 days away, hopefully, from that, and we'll be paid in bulk in a short period of time. So that is good, and that is directly from Ash over the last 3 webinars. And we are standing by for this, Ash. We truly are. All right.
Very exciting.
It is exciting times. All right. As many of you know, we're on OConnect and live streaming to YouTube. Now we're at 46, and that's on it's on OConnect.
62.
62. That's 107 of you here now. Now, of you 62, if you're not a founding affiliate, all you need to do is go to the RobLynnLive domain, which is RobLynnLive.ai, and we'll welcome you with open arms into the fold.
And thank you to Michael Chata. He's been posting in the live chat on YouTube the domain name and the fact that there are 3 free products that you can have as long as you register with ONPASSIVE.
And how easy peasy is that, I might ask?
Very easy. Just go to RobLynnLive.ai, or we also have a second domain, RobLynnLive.com. Either one will take you to the registration form where you can sign up by giving your name and creating an old mail address and selecting a password. And voila, you are now in ONPASSIVE. You're in what we call the ecosystem, where you will see the 3 free digital products and much more.
All right. So we are streaming to YouTube, and we're on OConnect. And how crystal clear are things on OConnect tonight?
Very nice.
All right. Now, I think it's time we do the Where's Ollie contest, if that's okay with you.
Sure.
And then we'll get into the meat and potatoes of tonight's production.
All right. So we're going to ask for your help tonight. We don't have volunteers for the contest, so actually Rob and I are going to run it. But you guys in the chat, you can help us by keeping alert to who guesses correctly. Just we need to know maybe the first 3 to 5 people who guessed correctly. If you can write them all down, that's fine. But if you're at least the top 5 who got it right, you can write it in the chat and we'll read it. Alrighty, that would be helpful. I know we have a lot of regulars who could help us with that. So thank you so much.
All right. So now, without further ado, let's pull up the presentation board. Let's pull up where Ollie is. And here he is. There's Ollie. He seems to have plenty of food tonight. He's got a plate. Lynn has a plate, and I have a plate. Looks like a cabin. Looks like some snow, but that's all I'm going to tell you.
And those are, you can, there should be some, oh, we've got the bell. Here we go. Here's the bell. When we ring the bell, you can make your guesses.
All righty. There's the ringing of Grandma Bobby's bell. Lynn will now check the chat to see who all thinks they know exactly where Ollie is. And let's see if we can.
No guesses yet.
No guesses yet. Okay.
Because we just rang the bell.
Oh, that's true.
So we'll wait for guesses. We have Carmela in the house.
Hello, Carmela.
John's Whiteheart. And Patricia Green. Cynthia. Oh, Karina Lance is here as well. Carmela, Irena. Our regulars are all here. Thank you. Let's see those guesses. I think I may have to close the chat. Doesn't seem to be moving. Let me try again. Oh,
There we go. We've got guesses. We've got guesses from heaven.
I gotta close this thing. Moving fast, as you guys know. Alrighty, let's scroll up to the first guess, which comes from Carmela.
Carmela Schwartz. All right. Carmela says Finland. All right. Could it be? Could it be? Could it be? There's Roy Davies saying hello to a bunch of people. And my guess is British Columbia. That's coming from Karina Lance. That seems to be an educated guess. In Alberta, Canada. Frank Rose says Alberta, Canada as well. So could it be? Could it be? And we did fail to mention happy birthday to Captain Chris Johnson. I believe he said he's 96. He doesn't look a day over 56, but he says he's 96. And here we've got Irena says Lake Louise in Alberta, Canada. We've got Dawn Swihart saying Canada. And it's a nice view, but no clue, according to Isabel. And Irena Stexala is sticking with Canada. British Columbia is her guess, of course. Finland is Carmela's guess. Could it be? Could it be? Could it be? Sarananda, his guess is Indonesia. Ooh.
I think I made it larger just now. Is anything bigger?
Yeah.
So where were you?
I don't know.
Way further down. Did you get to John yet? No?
I did not. John is saying Alberta, Canada. Indonesia was Sarananda. I got that. Finland was Carmela.
Good.
We're caught up. Lake Tahoe from Henry Horn. Good guess, Henry. Good guess. And we got Canada. Guess from
Sina.
All right. And we've got Indonesia from Isabel. We've got Alaska from the one and only Daniel Lopez. And
I'm going to change the
David Rozovsky says he thinks it's Canada. Well, that's a pretty good guess, buddy. And Wyoming, according to Angela Laland. And Karina says, hey, I was first girl.
I changed the background. You can read it better. You see the names better. I put the artificial intelligence green background.
That's a good one. Oh, yeah, it does pop now. All right, Karina, you were first girl.
Okay,
and Lois says, reminds me of Canada, where maple syrup is made. And Kumar says hello to David.
Kushal Pegu.
Oh, was that Pegu? Okay, sorry.
No problem. Pat Green says Alaska. Canada is my guess, says Momodu. And Isabel says, I didn't say Indonesia, Rob. Did you say that she said Indonesia?
Who did?
Isabel said she didn't say Indonesia.
Okay.
Let's go back up and see what she did.
She probably said British Columbia and I missed it.
Oh, we can go back. She said, wait. Oh, you know why? Because you read that. Remember I said Sarananda said Indonesia.
Oh.
Isabel said with snow.
With snow. Okay.
Whenever you
Isabel
see that line,
with snow.
when you see the line,
okay,
the person named at the top is the responder here at the bottom.
All right, I got it. All right, there's 48 of you on OConnect. How many on YouTube, please?
59.
All right, that's 107. Not too shabby joining us.
She says Isabel's clarifying that Sarananda said Indonesia. Okay.
All right, I got it now. No fooling me now. Okay, it looks like that's all the guesses we have for now. But before we tell you where Ollie is, we're going to move on over to OConnect exclusively. What do you think?
Yeah, so
those of you who can join us, we'd love to have you. And if you haven't registered yet, you can go to our domain, which is RobLynnLive.ai. RobLynnLive.ai, okay?
And so the link for OConnect is in the back office, you guys. It's in the WhatsApp groups, in Telegram groups, in
it's everywhere.
Messenger groups. It's in Facebook as well. so you folks know where to get it, especially through the back office, ofounders.net. Those of you who are brand new to OnPassive, you haven't registered with OnPassive yet, all you have to do is you click that domain name, which is in the live chat. It says RobLynnLive.ai. You can type it out or click it, whatever works for you. And then again, you'll be able to register very quickly by providing your name and creating an old mail address and password. And then you will be in the webinar with us and you can enjoy the rest of our show. Alrighty? So thank you so much for joining us. Thank you to our moderators. I see you guys hard at work in the live chat. I see Karina there, as well as Kushal Pegu, Michael Chata, helping us out in the chat. We appreciate everything you do. It really makes it easy for us.
All right, without further ado, we're going to turn off the live streaming.
All right, here we go. Thanks, everybody. See you
on the OConnector.
All we do is we click stop streaming. And there we go. Very simple process.
All right.
And what I'm going to do now is post the location into the chat.
All right. So now we're strictly on OConnect. We're sitting at 49 of you. Come on, let's see if we can do 70 tonight. That would be awfully dandy. So let's see what we can do, please.
All right.
And once we do the Where's Ollie contest, once Lynn finishes that, we'll go into our topic of the evening for sure.
Okay, here we go. And here's the answer. I just posted it. And I can now use the chat because we're no longer live streaming. So in the chat, you can see that it is Lake Louise, Canada, known for its stunning turquoise waters and surrounded by majestic mountains, famous for outdoor activities like hiking, skiing, and canoeing. Ollie, Rob, and Lynn are munching on poutine, which are French fries, cheese, and gravy.
Ooh, Nelly. That sounds pretty good.
Let me look at that there. French fries. Oh, there I see. Lots of cheese on there. Ooh, very, very
We
rich.
like cheese too.
All righty. Okay, so let us go now to the chat and see who the winners are. I know you guys kept track. So who's going to be the one to tell us who won?
Want to go ahead and take down the presentation board?
Okay.
Thank you very much for that.
You're welcome.
All right.
And here we go. Jillian says, I guess Canada.
That was some time ago. We've got you in the book for guessing Canada.
Okay, so who's first boy and first girl is my question.
All right, who's keeping track of that? Karina, if you said Canada, you'd be first girl.
All right, let's find out. All right, let's look here. Who was first to guess? Was it Irena and Frank again or not? Let us know. Waiting for confirmation from the chat. You guys can report. Karina says, wait, am I at the bottom? Made it here, says Karina. No, was that? Gotta stop the flipping again. Okay, made it here, says Angeline. Hi, Angeline. I had to uninstall OConnect and install it again. Oh, good for you. At least you did it. Yay. Karina says there was a lot of Canada, but Irena guessed correctly. Congratulations to everyone who guessed correctly from Karina. Thank you for your help.
Thank you. First boy was Frank Rowe.
John Barilla says Karina was first girl, Frank Rowe first boy. Thank you, guys.
All right, everybody. Thank you for that. And Irena did guess right.
Irena guessed right, but Frank guessed BANFF, B-A-N-F-F.
All right. Pat Green is here. Angela Laland is here. So congratulations to everybody who got it right. All right, we're on OConnect exclusively now, which means all of you that are here are either a founding member affiliate or you're an affiliate. That's how you get over here to OConnect. All right. All right. Well, without further ado, I think we should get into the topic. What do you think?
Sounds good to me.
All right. Let's talk a few announcements first. Migrate, please, and don't hesitate. So migrate and don't hesitate. Sign the NDA, get your affiliate link, and then shorten it with OTrim. How special is that? Check out the OnPassive website. Check out the OnPassive YouTube channel. Log into your alternate emails to be sure your emails are active for when O-Verify comes along, which is very shortly, and sends you a one-time password to your alternate email. And you want to be able to pick it up and plug it in and go. G-O, go. So that's your alternate email. Be careful of that. Check in with Google, Yahoo, Proton Mail, Hotmail, Cold Mail, any kind of mail, and make sure you get that done. All right. Hop on an OConnect as a host, co-host, speaker, or attendee. Attend webinars and chats, time permitting. And if you hear somebody needing help, hey, helping one helps us all. Okay? Helping one helps us all. All right. And then if you have the time and the money, subscribe to our paid and commissionable products so you can get paid while you play. Tonight's topic is OnPassive. The journey continues. Yes, it does. And Ollie's question of the evening is, what part of the OnPassive journey, whereabouts along the journey, do you love the most? What do you think?
Gonna have a variety of answers on that one, I'm sure.
All right. Well, let's take a trip down memory lane on a journey that began back in to mid-2018 with Ash Mafar and just a few founders. Back then they were called, it was Go Founders, with just a handful of visionaries and a man named Ash Mafar, that is. The original vision was to help the small business with his accounting, his data collection, and retention, among other things that a small business might need. But just look at OnPassive now. Things have changed. The original vision was to help the small business, as we mentioned. Now, with over 1,427,000 founding member affiliates and offices in more than one country, as in Abu Dhabi, UAE, Dubai, Hyderabad, and sunny Singapore, and others, not to mention Orlando, Florida, and Cairo, Egypt, and Bangladesh. So we're global for sure, for sure. We have over 1,000 employees now. We didn't start out with that many. From IT engineers and programmers to experts in AI to media geniuses, the lights the planet has never seen in action. Interesting stuff. OnPassive is truly a mega movement founded on the premise that helping one in this world, in this lifetime, helps us all. And reigns true in all things other than that. So if you were to take a closer look at what's been developed thus far within OnPassive, you'd see the following. You'd see OMail. It's a spam-free email platform with unlimited capacity, speech-to-text, scheduling of OMails, etc., 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 and another etc. Then there's ONet, and you know these. Those of you who are here, you do know these. ONet, the world's newest and highest in technology social platform to hit the planet, where you could blog, you can post, you can unpost, you can friend, you can club. You want to club somebody, give them a club. And just chock full of AI features. That's how we do OnPassive. Then there's OTrim. Need a URL with up to 25 characters trimmed on down to where you can see it? Well, OTrim is your solution. It's your guy. And want to know where your clicks are coming from? Voila! you've come to the right place. And that's a fact. Okay. Those are just the 3 free for thee and me. And we're just warming up tonight. Yes, indeedy do. OConnect, the preeminent audio video platform that now has set the standard for other audio video platforms from around the globe for solutions within a solution, with everything from a whiteboard to resounds to audio video backgrounds, which is coming real soon, to a calculator, to a prompter, to a presentation board, where a whiteboard where you can write notes, erase them, and write them again.
Lovely.
How about a calculator? Nowhere else but on Passive. And it's a calculator to a prompter to a presentation board, and oh yeah, the best video clarity available to mankind right here. It's incomparable. And did we mention it's quite a list? And the list will be growing weekly. Just stand by. It will be in a moment. Yeah. It is.
Then, you know, that's the end.
Thank you. So, the list will be growing weekly, if not daily, as we continue on this journey. The journey has just begun. Oh, wait a minute. Back up the bus, please. Did we mention physical products? I don't know whether we did or not, but we will right now.
You can right
Physical
now.
products that started production, according to Mr. Mafara, sometime back in April of last year. So April of 2023. So stay tuned for these products being announced and get ready for the expansion of the marketplace. The marketplace is on the move. It's going to have so much in it that you can choose from. You won't know whether to turn left, turn right, go straight, or back up. So it's a good thing. It's good for all of us. And while all of this goes on, founding members are earning. They're earning and doing and earning and doing, and which will lead to more sharing, and sharing, which will make this movement an even more massive movement. And it all adds up to excitement. So we've been all waiting for some excitement. And that's one small step for man and one giant leap for mankind. And I know that's been said before somewhere, but it's very appropriate here. So we're at 53 at the moment in OConnect, and there are 212 plus countries that ONPASSIVE is in, and we'll soon see the rewards of spreading our wings and going. There you go. I'm spreading my wings and I'm going.
Are you done?
I'm done. Prompter? So the prompter's done. Let's remember one thing as we stroll down memory lane here a little bit further. Let's remember we're one family. We're one team of folks working around the clock for us. We're one ONPASSIVE for sure. So buckle up, buttercup, and away we go. So thank you for listening in. And we're at 8:32, which is just about right, 30 minutes. And we'd like to say a few more hellos, if that's okay.
All right. And we see that Gemma is here. Hi, Gemma. She says she doesn't have a mic, I think. I cannot check. No, wait, something. She said, I cannot hear. My mic is on. So what we were suggesting is that you click the refresh. If you're on a laptop, click the refresh.
Right, just refresh a little F circle.
That arrow that's in a circle, click on it.
And that usually brings up the volume.
Should, unless she doesn't have her mic enabled. So try that, okay, and let us know if that works for you, Gemma.
Ralston is here, as is Pat Green. So welcome to everybody who's here. We'll say a few more hellos before we open it up to community chat. And our community chat is well lit. It's very safe to be there. And you can come on, you can speak your mind, you can talk about the topic, you can talk about any other topic, whatever you like. And we'll have to come to you, and you'll have to embrace us, so to speak, and join us. And it's real easy to do. All you have to do is say, me, 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 me.
Okay.
That's all you have to do.
That sounds good. There's some questions in the chat. You want to take them now? Or?
Sure, let's do some questions.
Okay, let me freeze the chat for a bit so I can see what the questions were. We have Dawn Swihart. She says, I asked earlier before you started OConnect, when will the queue be open to build our organization? You mean when is the company going to start bringing us targeted traffic? Is that what you mean, Don?
Right. If that's the case, it'll be not too long from now. But Ash wanted to give everybody a chance to subscribe, because that's going to be done in the first bonus section, or the first quarterly session. So Ash wanted to wait and to where we can get some more folks in on.
So we don't know exactly when. If the answer to your question is there's no specific date. And Irena says, I have a question. When you are saving the chat, where does it go? It gets saved into your OConnect. I think it's called your library.
I believe you're right.
It was called, the library. In your, it should be probably, I didn't really check specifically, but it's in somewhere in your library in OConnect. You should find it.
All right.
Thank you for the question. That's a good question.
And Frank Rowe is telling Karina, check your messenger, girl. And who else is here? There's Isabel again.
Neil.
All right.
He was here last night.
All right, Neil. We're glad you're back, brother. Keep on coming.
He says, get ready for the global changes. And we want to thank Michael Chata for this ticker that you're all enjoying. It's just a work of art. Just so you guys know, I chose the font. Oh, here. I meant to choose fantasy. Yeah. I just think that fantasy is a very pretty font. In fact, let me try I'll try fantasy and bold and italic. See what happens. Publish. Isn't that pretty, huh, folks?
That is very nice. So very nice.
He makes one for us every night, and for our morning show as well. RobLynnLive. Topic tonight is ONPASSIVE. The journey continues. November 24, 2023 at 8 p.m. EST. Thank you. I really enjoy your
Appreciate that, work. Michael. Thank you.
Beautiful.
Beautiful emojis. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And let's see if we have any other questions we can answer. And Brenda says it looks beautiful. She must be talking about me. No, she was talking about the background.
It's beautiful.
All right. Dawn Swihart is here saying hello to Carmela. And John Brill is being said hello to by Michael Chata.
And we have Mohammed jumped. Mohammed Ashraf Ansari is here. Hi.
All right.
He's always here with us.
Yes, he is.
So nice.
And the Tin Man is here. Carmela Schwartz is here. Brenda and Dawn are here. Sadananda, of course, is here. Ralston's waving, saying hello. Hello to you, Mr. Ralston.
Nice to have you.
And it looks like we've already had a me come on the panel.
Oh.
Carmela Schwartz.
Okay. So now is the panel time, community time. I have sent a bunch of people the speaker link. So if you have it, use that, please. It should be in your messenger. And if not, then say me in the chat, and we will bring you over from attendee to speaker.
All right, sounds good. We're at 8:37. We're up to 59. Not too
shabby, and it is a Thanksgiving weekend, so we do expect people to be enjoying their
family.
Yeah, especially. I mean, it may not be Thanksgiving, but you might have friends and family in the area or staying with you, and you're just enjoying that time, which is very good.
That's awfully special. Family is a good thing.
And Michael says, gratitude, RobLynnLive. Well,
Thank
our
you.
gratitude goes to you.
Pedro Estrada is here.
Hi,
Mr.
Pedro.
Saladas. Hello, Pedro. And Henry Horn is here.
Hi.
And the journey is the reward, that's for sure.
Definitely.
And Brenda is saying hello to Pedro, among others, as well as Henry. So that's all good. And we are rolling now. We're up to 62, on our way to probably 72 to 80, which is good. And Gemma can't hear a thing. Should she refresh?
Yeah. Can you guys help her? You guys in the chat, help Gemma out. She doesn't hear anything. She probably needs to refresh, or maybe, let me think, what could it be? Ask her what device she's on. Gemma, what device? Because if she can't hear us, she's not hearing us talk. So somebody type in there, what device are you on? Try refreshing. I'm assuming she's on her laptop.
That's what it sounds like to me, too.
Because if so, then she can refresh.
All right.
Yeah.
And we like refreshing.
Yeah. Thank you for helping, Gemma.
All right, let's take a peek at who else is here. John Barilla is on the panel now. Click the speaker on the bottom, according to Dawn. Yeah, that works every time, too. And let's see, Isabella's not hearing it. Oh, that was Gemma. Okay.
She wants to hear. She doesn't want to speak, but she wants to hear what we're saying.
I got it.
So that's not the mic button on the bottom. The mic button at the bottom is for speaking, if you want to speak, right?
All right. All right. And let's see, is that Neil here again? All right. Thank you for being here, Mr. Spelling.
Gemma, click the bullhorn icon, not the mic, maybe. The bullhorn icon. Which one is that? The bullhorn icon. Just curious. I am one of the examples of unpassive journey listening, said Sadananda.
Oh, very nice, Sadananda. Appreciate you, brother.
John Barilla says, once again, I have no sound.
Oh, boy. All right, John, you know the fixes. Give it a shot. See what you can do, brother. You are the doctor. You are the master. Pat Green is here on the panel as well.
Angie Lynn's here.
Angie Lynn is here. All right. We're glad the gang is pouring in now. Thank you very much. We're up to 64 of you fine folks.
Yeah, Gianna, the speaker link is in your messenger. I sent it to you maybe half an hour ago, It should be there, Gianna.
Keep an eye out.
Yes, it is there for you. Anybody else want to come to the panel? Say me, me, me.
Me.
And our panelists here can help bring you to the panel as well. We got a lot of helpers.
That's true. We have helpers for sure.
All right. And
hello all.
Oh, it's Harry Breckschneider in the house. All right, Harry.
And here we go to the gallery. Voila.
Oh,
right?
Carmela and Pat.
I love it.
And Lynn Nakamoto's here. Look at that. Lynn dropped by.
That is my second device. It's my phone, which I use so that I can interact on chat with you. That's the only reason it's there.
All right. There's Pat Green and Harry. All right. Hello to you.
Everybody got sound so far? Harry got sound.
Harry's loud and clear. Carmela's got sound. You got sound, Carmela?
I think.
Carmela, have you got sound?
Yes, I do. Do you hear me?
Yeah, you are audible. Now we're going to go over to Mr. Barilla, Mr. Barilla, and see if John's got sound.
He's trying to get sound as we speak. He's not going to give up. So he'll be back. He'll be back. Let me check the chat. Anybody else wanting to come in? Oh, Paul McFarland, sure.
All right, Paul.
We will get you right now. We'll go and fetch you.
Fetch. My mother used to say, I'm going to fetch you right off the street if you don't behave yourself. Robert?
Fetch.
I think I have sound now. Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
You are audible, Pat.
Very
you are
nice.
audible.
Very nice. And Paul McFarland is here. He'll be, there he is.
I think I caught a glimpse of him this morning on the OES Filipinas.
Oh, very good.
And Papua New Guinea. That was you, right?
That's right. I hate going to sleep. I might miss something.
Hey, what do we say at ONPASSIVE? Sleep is overrated.
You don't want to miss a thing. That's good.
Nope.
That's good too.
That's true.
All right. Let me see if anybody else wants to come in.
John Barilla's here, I think.
Hi, Lake Dega. You want to come to the panel? Come on over, Lake Dega. If you want to. Charmaine, you want to come to the panel? Please help yourself. Sadananda, too. We see Sadananda every once in a while on the panel. Brenda Ross, we would be happy to have you as well on the panel. Mohammed Ashraf Ansari, why not come and join us? We love to see new faces as well. Angie Lynn, you want to come on to the panel? Anybody else there? The ones that are kind of new to us, we could. Neil Spurley, come on over. Like
Come on,
you did
Neil.
the other night, you can come on over.
Go 2 for 2. Batting 1,000.
All right, Michael Chada is helping Gemma. He's saying, go to the bottom left corner of the screen, hover over by the play, stop until it appears, and click and drag the icon to the right side.
Makes sense to me.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Thank you for helping.
All right, we're in the mid-60s now, on our way to 70 some odd within moments. And let's see, there's John and Patricia and Carmela, Harry and Paul. Okay.
Oh, Gianna came in.
All right, Gianna, our favorite brother from Brooklyn.
Our favorite monk. So cool. We're glad you're here, Gianna. You can unmute. Oh, there you are. Oh, nice.
Yeah, good evening. Good evening.
Right and clear, Gianna.
Yeah, I am success. Love you, ma'am. Love
Oh,
you.
love you too.
Love you all.
It is. It's night for you, right? Where are you? New
He's
York?
in New York. So
Yeah,
it's the
I
same
am in
country.
New York. Before yesterday, I come back from Albany.
Oh, how was it?
Yeah, very nice, but very cold there. Very cold. And before yesterday, when I start from to New York, at that time there been snow.
Ooh.
How come you get to travel so much? Is that amongst life, a traveling life? I was curious about that.
Yeah, you know, ma'am, those who are my follower, they are arranged for me a car. You know, I was busy to Canada. They are sent to me a flight return ticket.
Wow.
Yeah, but you know, but those who are Bangladeshi Buddhist living in Canada and here and Albany also, they are arranged for me car, private car.
Oh,
Very nice.
royal treatment.
Yeah. They are pick up me and send to me and drop to me.
Oh, that's lovely.
That's very nice. John, have you got sound tonight? Check. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Check.
Okay, we'll
Good
wait.
evening, John. Brother John, love you.
Gestures work.
All right, John. I think you got sound, brother.
Can you hear me?
You're
yeah, hearing you.
Very nice, John. And no scratchy
Okay.
sound. Last night was full of
However-
scratchiness. No sound scratches. Yay!
But I came in first on my mobile, and it's the same thing with the mobile. So I just said, "The heck with it, go on the computer." So it's working on the computer now, but the phone still has a problem. Only on RobLynnLive, I might add. You know, that's so bizarre. Anyway,
Well,
I'll
that's
get off.
how we do it.
We need someone to whisk away the evil spirits or whatever, if there are any. Scare the ghost away, whatever. I don't know.
Well, all right.
Yeah.
What do you guys think
Yeah,
of
you know,
tonight's topic? Go ahead, John.
I was going to say, I started at 6 a.m. this morning, and just kind of went through the whole day. I couldn't believe how I was like on, I think, 4 webinars and every live event that happened during the day. And I mean, really, I took a shower right before your show here because I got to get cleaned up. I hadn't shaved for a couple of days, you know. So my day's been going from 6 a.m. and I other than the shower was my only break today. I'm like, I cannot believe it, man. This has got to be the busiest day of the week for me. It's turning out, I think. Oh man.
All right, John. All right. Let's go over to Harry. Harry, what's happening in Canada, brother?
It is cold,
Oh.
really cold.
I hope you're
Yeah.
able to stay indoors.
I try to stay indoors as much as I can, but eventually you have to go from the doorway to the car, and that's too much for me for cold. I hate cold. That's why I'm going to be moving to the Philippines, or we are going to move back to the Philippines. Once ONPASSIVE really kicks in, we're going to go over there and build our home and stay from maybe November to April and come back to Canada through the warmer weather. But
you're going to meet Chris.
yeah, maybe. Yeah, if I'm there, that's what we're going to do. Mind you, he's not. I don't think he's in the Cebu area. I think he's in around Manila, I think. But
He's
but
in
who
the
cares?
far south area of
Southern
southern Philippines.
Okay, so might be Mindanao or yeah. Okay.
I think he's close to Mindanao. Very
Yeah,
close.
I think so, yeah.
Lynn, ma'am, sorry, excuse me, interrupt you. In Florida is cold also?
For me, it's freezing cold, but really it's not, is it?
That's not too bad. It was today. It was 60,
It was really
which
cold.
is cool. I mean, you feel it here, especially when it rains.
You know
60
why I
Fahrenheit.
asked you in this time cold there? I get information from some Bangladeshi people living there. So I have a plan. I will move to Florida. You know.
Oh, you want to move to Florida?
Whoa!
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, there's no income tax here. No state income tax.
Oh, it's a great for me.
Right?
I will make a,
Yeah.
I will make a bigger international meditation center for all.
Medicine center? Did you
Yeah.
say?
Meditation.
Yeah,
Oh,
I will make
meditation
a
center.
meditation center in Florida.
Oh, wow.
I have a
Well, that'll
plan.
be nice. We'll look forward to
and
seeing
I get money from our company, I will make a international medicine center for all.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Waiting for those apples to come flooding in.
Yeah. Thank you.
Good.
All right. Thank you. Let's go over to Carmela Schwartz. Talk to us from Israel, Carmela.
It's some great news in Israel today. A few of the hostages come back home. And there was 13 hostages from Thailand, which they was walking in the fields that they took them to. So they comes home too. And we start a break fire for a few days. It's going to be quiet.
That would be nice.
For a while.
That would be nice.
Oh yeah, yeah. Ceasefire, yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
That's great news
So
about the hostage.
if you want to know, I believe it's in the news. So go and check out what happened today.
Yeah, it was in the news this afternoon here. So it's nighttime or in the middle of the night there for you. But yeah, it was on the news about 6 hours ago here.
Yes, I was on the television, looked at the beginning. When I saw that they come back, I closed the television. I don't want to see all those bad news because, they didn't bring all of them. They bring only few. And the other people that stay with a broken heart, waiting for their families, it's terrible. They don't
Right. But better days are coming.
they-
It looks like this is a good start,
Yeah, I believe.
Okay.
They said they don't know where they are. This is what it's more fear. They have hostages and they don't know where they put them. This is terrible.
Well, hopefully everybody will come home to be with their families. That's the goal here. We're praying for that to happen for everybody. And it looks like
this is what happened today in Israel, and I was busy in television looking for it, and I couldn't sleep well because these hard stories.
That's for sure. Well, let's bring Pat Green in. Patricia Green. Miss Green, are you? Oh,
Hello, everybody.
You
I see a picture today of my great niece, and she is adorable, and I'm excited about her.
How
And
old
we
is
got
she?
to visit with the family for Thanksgiving, and that was really nice. And one of the kids had rolled his truck, and I was worried about him, so I was asking some questions. He was on a gravel road and rolled his truck, and he's okay, thankfully. So I told him, I said, you got to stop doing that. We want you around for a long, long time. Quit rolling around on gravel, you know. But
Yeah.
anyway, we had a really good Thanksgiving, and it was nice to be with the family. And Harry, I'm getting ready to soak some beans tonight so we can have ham and beans in the crock pot all day tomorrow. So I think that's going to be fun. They're threatening ice and snow here, you know, for tomorrow. And I'm like, nah, we need a heat wave. We don't need that silly weather stuff, winter stuff. But anyway, that's what we did over the weekend and got to see family I hadn't seen for a long time. Last time I seen the kids, they were like, I don't know, they were playing with little cars. Now they're driving them, you know. So
That's what happens. So if you stick around long enough, that's what you see.
they grow
Growing
so
up.
fast, you know. And it was
That's
like, it
for
was just
sure.
surprising that they were so, you know, all grown up driving cars and stuff. And I'd ask their names just because I'm like, when I saw you, you were little kids playing with toy cars, you know, those little Hot Wheels and all that stuff. And now all of a sudden you're driving cars, and it's like you've grown up and changed quite a bit, you know. But
That's what happens.
we had a lot of fun, and that was neat. And I had the adventure of trying to walk up 6 steps. And fortunately, they had handrails. So I was able to get up and down those steps. I only did it once each, but that was enough. But it was nice to be able to do it. And I was thankful that I could get in the house and see the house and enjoy the family, and just had a really good time for Thanksgiving. And I was reading on ONPASSIVE that they were talking about we're getting another month free of OConnect.
Yes, I mentioned that in the monologue there in the run-up while we were on YouTube. If those who are subscribers prior to today, so up until the midnight of the 23rd going into the 24th, another month has been tacked on. There's no charge for that, and that's a good thing. And also, in addition to that, anyone who subscribes starting today, the 24th, and that will be that'll be posted again for everybody to see. You'll notice that the amounts of money will change on the actual wallet. That's where you'll notice it for sure, especially if you don't have an account that's subscribed to. You'll notice that instead of it being 143 for an affiliate, it's going to be 93 because Ash, through his infinite wisdom, is reducing the affiliates a 3-month amount due. Instead of 143, it's going to be 93. That's right, 2 digits, 93. And that'll be for a 3-month period total. So that's pretty good news, I would say. The other bit of news was as regards with reference to the card payments. It's a little slow now with the card payments, but they expect it to ramp up on a daily basis. And I got that today from Marty. He and I text back and forth a couple of times, and he did confirm that, as well as they said it on their live they did, I think, at 10 o'clock. So those are some.
OConnect is such a blessing for all of us, and we're so blessed to be in it. And we keep getting blessed by it all the time, you know. A lot of businesses would have had you just pay once, and you're paying forever, and you know, you wouldn't get anything free, you know, or if you did, it was just for a few days or something.
And you had auto ship.
Blessed to be, you know, ONPASSIVE.
Right. So it's all good. That was good stuff today. The only thing that wasn't mentioned, and I'm not here to say negative, the withdrawals were not mentioned today, but that doesn't mean anything. Ash is still maintaining, as of last week, that we expect the withdrawals to be forthcoming on the 30th of November, thereabouts the 30th. So that's good, and they're going to be paid out in bulk, according to Ash. So that's all good news. To tell you the truth. And it's a little bit to be pumped up about, and I think we needed it this holiday season.
Yes.
Over to you, Neil. What's going on in Canada today? You look like you have a jacket on.
No, it's a sweater over my shirt because it is, just like Harry said, it's damp cold here. Yeah, with a P. It didn't say damn cold. I said damp.
It's probably both.
Yeah. I do have one question on that. Is it still the first person that you sign up as an affiliate that actually buys is still 100% commission? Is that still carrying on?
As far as we know, that hasn't changed. There's nothing been said that's been changed. So, and then the 25% of anyone after the first one.
Yeah.
So if that changes, we'll be here tomorrow. If you know, any of the powers that be are listening in and they give us a phone call, we'll alert everybody at noon tomorrow. We'll be on again tomorrow, Saturday at noon, with Straight Talk.
I participated in a webinar this morning with a whole bunch of people on that. I found it in Telegram at OP Webinars is the Telegram link. I think you guys are advertised there. That's how I knew you were on again tonight.
Right. Well, that's good stuff.
Who is the one that looks after that? Because they made a comment on there that anybody who wants to run a non-passive webinar, he would post it in there, but it says get in touch with me, but you can't reply to it and don't know who's running that.
I'm not sure. Lynn is the...
What group was it?
Was it a Telegram group or a WhatsApp group? Or
it's a Telegram group.
What was the name of that group?
OP Webinar.
Okay, so that's the one run by Chiriocho.
Chiriocho, he's in France.
So if you want to announce a webinar, you just message Chiriocho, and he'll put it in his OP Webinars group. He's the only one that posts there.
Yeah,
but that's only if you're running a webinar and want to advertise. He will help you.
Yeah, I understand that, but you can't reply to him, and he doesn't say what his so I don't have his Telegram handle.
If you go to OP Webinars and you click on the top, let's see, is there a way to communicate with him?
No, look.
Okay, just message me. So you're gonna be doing webinars. You want to let him know what your webinars are, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so can you just maybe email me at RobLynnLive@gmail.com and let me know what your Telegram handle is. What is your username? And I'll give it to Thierry, and Thierry can give you his.
Yeah, that'll put the two of you in touch with each other.
Yeah.
Thierry's in France.
Yeah, he's in France, but
it's 5 or 6 hours different than the East Coast here. So right now, let's see, if it's 9 here, it's 3 there. It's probably 3 a.m. there, either 2 or 3 a.m.
But he's very good. He'll post your webinars for you. He posts in the back office as well as in his Facebook group, which is upcoming webinars Facebook group, and he also posts in the Telegram group.
Yeah, okay. I will.
It's nice to tell him. Yeah.
I will contact RobLynnLive at Gmail.
Yeah.
All right. And one of us will answer you right away. Hopefully to be Lynn, because she has Thierry's information.
Yeah.
And if I see it first, I'll make sure she sees it. So good stuff. Good stuff.
Sure.
A little communication goes a long way.
Thank you for asking. Yeah, we're glad to help.
Okay, Karina, before you go, I know you're going to be giving us the high 10 there that you have to go soon. What do you got to say for yourself tonight? Is it cold where you are in Canada?
Actually, no. It's really been nice here. I'm blessed right now with our weather. It's been plus 13, and today it was like -1. No snow at all. It's really, yeah, it's strange actually, but I'm enjoying every minute because every day gets closer to spring.
She's talking about Celsius, though.
Right. Yeah, I got that. I got that. Yeah. There is a conversion factor. So it's still nowhere near 60 degrees Fahrenheit.
No, unfortunately, it is not. You got to remember, we're in Canada. Yeah. Canada.
Let's go over to Paul from the U.S. They're in New York. What's happening, Paul?
Just happy to be here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Go ahead and unmute Paul.
It's great being here. Absolutely. Well, it's a little cool here in New York this evening too. No snow yet though, thank goodness. I need to get all my work done before the first snow hits. So I got a few outdoor jobs I got to take care of. And I'm just happy that there's no snow. But yeah, it got really cool.
So do you do the plants? Is that what you're into? Plants, horticulture stuff?
That's it. Indoors and outdoors.
Indoors and outdoors. All right. So you want to get the outdoor stuff done soon, and then you can set it on cruise and do the indoor stuff.
That's right. We got a 3-month break. Outdoors.
So for those of you who don't know, it's so interesting what Paul does. So they design like rooftop designs, like garden tops, where they put in foliage, right? Plants, bushes, to make the rooftop of these condominiums or office buildings look pretty. I never thought that was a field of business, you know? I never thought about it. But when you explained it, I thought, oh, that's something that's going to be popular, especially during the holiday season. I bet you people want poinsettias and Christmas trees and all that pretty stuff, red and green, right?
Absolutely. I just put in 100 poinsettias at the Marriott in Midtown this week. And got to keep them alive.
Oh, so you're in charge of watering them to make sure they stay alive?
Make sure they stay alive.
Hey, Paul, do you know what this is?
That's
Is that a 4-leaf clover?
No. Let's see that again. That looks like some kind of fig tree. What is that?
looks like a maple leaf.
You got it. Yeah.
Fig tree.
Yeah,
Paul got it.
Yeah, I got one in my wisdom.
Yeah, I started mine from a Turkish fig that I bought at the bulk store, and I didn't know if they grow or not, and I put a bunch of them in there, and it took about 4 months before they come up, and all of a sudden I had 5.
Ooh, nice.
And so I gave them all 4 of them away, and I got this baby for me.
Well, the next time you want to shortcut the process, you soak them in water overnight.
Yeah.
And that tends to get the germination process going faster.
Yeah.
Well, these poinsettias you planted, are they outside?
Well, poinsettias, they're grown by, our markets is very specialized. So we have growers that grow the poinsettias, and when they're ready, they just ship them out to us. So we don't grow them, just a specialized.
No, but are they outside though?
Oh, these are indoors.
Must be pretty nice. I was gonna say it must be pretty nice because I know they won't live in wintertime.
Yeah, they're just indoors. They're just primarily for the next 8 weeks or so. But
I have a poinsettia too.
They're pretty cold tolerant though, you know.
Oh,
wow. Agriculture.
Yeah. Well, we love Israel because Israel actually has been so fascinating. Their agriculture has just been so fascinating. They invented drip irrigation, which literally changed agriculture worldwide.
Yes.
So that was a fantastic piece of invention that came out of Israel. So yeah, for Israel, go, go, go.
Israel.
There you
You
go,
are
dude.
invited to Israel after the war. Stop. Come in to visit.
Come to visit, yeah.
It's a beautiful country.
Oh, I bet
We
it
just
is.
have to change, the mindset of some people here to become a better place.
That's everywhere, honey. That's unfortunately everywhere.
Yeah. Today I wanted to change the mindset of this young kid who cut me off. I was driving, and I'm in the left-hand turn lane, okay? And I'm minding my own business, and I left about half a car length in between me and the car in front of me. This young man, I won't call him a kid or a boy or whatever, but this young man decides to come right in between. He almost hits in front of my bumper. He does hit the other bumper on the right of him, and then he goes up and over the curb to make a turn, a U-turn, and then he gets stopped at the red light. So, I mean, you know, come on, give me a break here. Let's all get along a little bit. So that was my day today. Yeah. I had a bit of rage going on, but I kept it to myself.
Rob, that wasn't a driver. That was a circus act.
Yeah.
It was definitely a circus act, and then he kept going after he brushed this other bumper, and I'm thinking, oh, man.
Oh, no.
Did you try counting from 1 to 10, Rob?
No, I
You
just...
didn't ask him what pills he took in the morning.
Well, I don't know what this kid, young man's problem was, but he was in a hurry to go nowhere.
Counting 1 to 10 is a great calm down technique, you know.
Count to 10, all right.
Yeah, it's a great technique.
I know I do that sometimes with this one. I'll count to 10, but usually I have to go to 20. And down here.
In with the good air, out with the bad.
That's right. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe. Yes. Breathe. In New York. Johnny B. Man, come in, please.
John, open your mic. Speak to us. You're too quiet today.
Johnny, can you hear us? Johnny B.
Oh, yep, we can hear you. He wasn't sure.
Yeah, I can hear you. It's a little choppy. But
what the song you have for us for today?
What did you say? I'm sorry. Say again,
I asked you to sing us a song, you know? Today it was a nice day. Sam Hastings came back home. Chris Johnson have a birthday. And today we have to celebrate.
Chris's birthday, yeah.
Yeah, Chris is what, 56, 58?
Yeah.
He's getting up there with the old guy. 58? Okay.
Yes, he's a young man, not 58.
Oh, did you sing to him today, John?
Did I?
Yes, you.
Not really. No, I haven't had any opportunity to. I guess they're probably over on, Omanu right now, and I'm sure they're celebrating Chris's birthday. But I haven't. I wished him a happy birthday. I did do that, and I posted kind of a happy birthday card on his Facebook and Messenger. But no, I haven't talked to him directly. I thought about that. Should I try to go there and sing a song for him? But I don't know. You know. I'm sure a lot of people are going to sing happy birthday to him tonight, right now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. Let's go back to Guyana. What's going on there? You're back in New York, right? Or are you still in Canada?
Guyana is in the U.S., isn't he?
Yeah. Guyana, are you back in New York? Yeah, he was in Albany yesterday. So he's probably in... Are you back in Brooklyn? Guyana, are you in Brooklyn?
He can't unmute.
Guyana.
Oh, how come?
I don't know. He says he can't. I can read his lips. He says I can't unmute or something like that.
Oh.
You can read lips?
Refresh.
Well, I did that time.
Tell him to refresh.
Yeah.
Refresh.
Diana?
Refresh.
I had to refresh myself. I had no sound for a while, and then I got knocked off. So I've refreshed 3 times. So go ahead, Guyana, refresh. You can't hear us anyway.
He's refreshing, I think, now.
It helps to do the gesture for refresh. And really use it. Use it. It's a good way to communicate. Yeah, it works.
Yeah.
So Harry Brickschneider, when are you moving back to the Philippines to build this mansion here?
Hopefully I'm hoping by April or May. So,
I'm going to be there too, Harry.
Pardon me?
Went that way too.
Oh, it's beautiful there, you know.
Yep. Definitely.
A lot of islands there.
Now is that
sign me up, please?
Is
More
that true?
on.
There's
I think I will
7,600?
come once to the Philippines. It's very interesting, you know.
Yeah.
I've been in
Was it
Thailand
Chris?
a few times because my daughter was living there for 8 years in Thailand,
Nice.
and I've visited her 3 times.
Very nice.
Philippines, it's similar. Island, nature,
Mm-hmm. Yep. Sign me up.
sea,
Sign me up.
wow, sun.
Yes,
So,
ma'am.
But
so
the
Harry,
weather in Thailand, it's not, it's many coconut
Yeah,
trees.
Philippines has
Oh my
7,000.
gosh.
Here's yes.
Philippines has 7,641 islands.
Holy mackerel.
Yeah.
Wow.
So there's
Oh my
so
gosh.
there's a lot of beaches
People
there
have
that you
one
can
island for themselves.
sunbathe and everything else. Yeah.
I'll be able to explore every
You
single
can
day
go
and never go to the same beach twice.
Yeah, that's right.
so the
Yeah,
cost of housing in Canada's got to be far much more than Philippines, right?
Probably a house that like around our area, even our little town.
Yeah.
The houses are now, some of them are like up to $1 million, just the family home.
Mm-hmm.
You can probably build a house, the same house in the Philippines for probably about 150,000.
Yeah, next to nothing.
Sounds like a no-brainer. Next stop
buy
is
a house in Philippines. I'm coming tomorrow. I'm buying 10 houses in my money.
Carmela, can you pick me up on your way there? Just swing on by, honey. Pick me up.
Come on, I come and pick you up. We go together.
Oh, thank you. Absolutely would love.
Oh, there's a party right there.
I would love to take you with me.
Yep, that would be so
Once
fun.
those apples start falling, you could charter a jet and go to the Philippines, you know?
Yeah, I'm already way above you there, Patricia. I've already got that under.
We're tired of this winter stuff. We're out of here.
Definitely. I mean, the first ticket, I'm out of here. When I can afford my plane, I'm going to have a fleet of them because I need my friends and family to come along. So, yeah, I want to get an island, with my family and friends. So it's private and.
You can do it for a vacation, 2 weeks in one island. Like
I come back. I come back by request.
There's Guyana.
Yeah.
There he is. Hi.
Right now, Rob sir, you was asking me. I am right now in Brooklyn, New York.
Oh.
All right, so you're in Brooklyn now.
Yeah.
John, where are you? The East Village? Is that where you are?
There, you're unmuted.
Oh, okay, it unmuted quicker than usual. Yes, I am in the East Village, and depending upon where Guyana is in Brooklyn, it may not be that far from me on the subway. I mean, there's places in Brooklyn where maybe it's 4 stops and I'm in Brooklyn. I don't know where he is exactly, but I am in the East Village in Manhattan, and that's not the main borough, but that's New York, or Manhattan borough of New York City. But he's in Brooklyn, I believe, it could be the 4th biggest city in America on its own, I think, something like that. I mean, Brooklyn's like a city, but it's really just one of the boroughs of New York City. But it's a big place, isn't it, Guyana?
Yeah. John, my home place is Fulton Street between Franklin, near the Franklin subway station, my home building and my temple.
Yes, your temple, right.
Paul, I asked you, Paul, excuse me, please don't mind. Are you in Brooklyn?
I'm in Queens. I'm by the Queens Center Mall.
That's another place that's pretty big. Queens, that's another borough of the 5 boroughs of New York City, Brooklyn, Manhattan, Queens, the Bronx. Yeah, it's right there.
So you guys are all fairly close. You could go
Queens
and
also.
see each other.
I mean, if I want to get are you in Astoria?
No, I'm in Corona, by the Queens Center Mall.
Oh, I lost sound.
Yeah, I was busy there, Paul. There have some Bangladeshi Buddhist people living there. Yeah, I was busy many times, and Corona also.
Yeah.
And New York never sleeps, so you could go and visit any time, right? It could be
Never
4 o'clock in the
sleeps.
morning. You could go for a coffee.
Actually, Karina, Manhattan is same like that. Whatever you say. Yeah, mostly Manhattan is never sleep. You know.
Yeah,
24
that's
hours
cool.
going on.
Yeah, you could. That's
It's a city of no stop city.
Yeah.
We
Kind
have
of
in
like
Israel, Tel
ONPASSIve.
Aviv like
ONPASSIve.
this.
Non-stop.
True.
OnPassive is non-stop also 24 hours, you know, all over the world. For example, here it's 4 in the middle of the morning. 4 o'clock
Excuse
in the
me,
morning.
sorry, excuse me, Lynn, ma'am. I have one request to you. If possible, you can make a one in Telegram. Can make a one our group. Same like you was make a WhatsApp group. So if possible, you can make a one group in Telegram.
Oh, you mean for RobLynnLive?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, that sounds okay. I guess we didn't start one yet. Didn't come to think of it. You think?
Yeah.
You think? Yeah, we could
So
do
we
that.
have our own. So we have our own product.
Yeah.
We don't need to separate in other places. We will be open or chat or whatever. But in the Ashmofara restaurant, he is going to bring us some new product.
Did I hear Ashmafar's restaurant?
Uh-oh, here
You
it
can
Yes.
get anything that you want at Ashmafar's restaurant. I'm ready. Bring it
Hello.
on, Ash.
If possible,
up.
you can make a one ONPASSIVE restaurant in Manhattan, please. I will help you.
Oh boy. All right. So who haven't we heard from in a little bit? Neil, back to you.
I was thinking the same thing, Rob.
Back to me. Yeah, I was just thinking of a song that, oh dear, when everybody was saying, oh, I remember an old English song that says, oh dear, what can the matter be? 2 old ladies got locked in the lavatory. They were there from Monday to Saturday, but nobody knew they were there.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
I got locked in the bathroom one time, Neil, in Colorado.
What's that now? You got locked in the bathroom?
Yeah, I got locked in a bathroom in Colorado.
Oh no.
I was up there visiting with family and friends, and we were at a tourist location where they had a train and stuff, and they had a bathroom there, and they had a note on there saying that they were going to lock the door at a certain time, but nobody came in and said anything, and so I went to leave, and I was locked into this bathroom.
Oh no! Oh my!
And I couldn't leave, and so
Terrible.
they had to get the police to unlock the door to let me out. In the meantime, it's cold, you know, and I'm thinking it's going to be dark before too long. I guess I can use my coat as a pillow if I have to. I really don't want to lay on the floor of this bathroom, but I may not have any choice, so I can get any sleep.
Well, that's a situation.
You know, there's like 7 unmuted mics.
How long
My
have you
sound
been there?
is
How many
terrible,
hours?
bubbling and crackling, and there's like 7 unmuted mics. So probably if we muted when we're not talking, it probably would be a better idea, I think.
I was just thinking about the bathroom story. It's a good thing that you were locked on the inside, not on the outside in an emergency.
True.
Of course, I am prepared. I used to be a Girl Scout, so when I go camping, I knew how to take care of those things.
This is a G-rated show now.
Yes, it is, and I behave myself.
G for good time. G for good time.
I was in there probably an hour or two because they had to get they had to get the police department, local police department out there to unlock the door. And they thought, the family thought there was a cat that was over there, didn't look very good. So they thought I was trying to, you know, check on the kitty and make sure he was okay. But I couldn't get out of the bathroom. I couldn't go anywhere. So it made my life interesting for a while. Let's put it that way.
No doubt.
Oh, funny.
The video quality tonight is exceptional. The audio is good too when we're not crackling, but the video is remarkable. I mean, the colors are popping off the screen. I mean, Gianna, your American flag there, I mean, the red and the white are really popping. In Pat, in your room there, is that what kind of is that a door or is that a bookshelf to your over your right shoulder?
That is a window. So I just by honor just hanging it there. You know, this is my bed, and there is my bed. So I just hanging at top that with the honor my American flag.
Nice.
Very
Yeah.
nice.
Over to my left, Rob, that is a door, a closet door. And they got a lot of wooden doors in this house, and they've got them all finished, so they're really nice.
What kind of wood is that? Is that mahogany or is that what is that?
I'm not real sure. It's an old house. I mean, it's been around for quite a while, and we bought it, and I never ask anybody, you know, that knows those kind of things, what kind of finishes these doors have on them. But none of them are pocket doors, which I thought was interesting because we had a living room that we are not a dining area that we made into a bedroom up front, and I thought maybe it would have had a pocket door in it, and so there wasn't one there, but that door needed some loving, but it's just I don't know what kind of wood it is or what kind of finish. I think it's pretty, but I really don't know.
I was just curious because it's very bright. It's a bright color wood. It's nice.
Looks like cherry wood.
What's that, Harry?
Looks like cherry wood through my carpenter eyes through a computer. Looks like
Neil, sorry.
Yeah.
Cherry wood. Yeah, I see that. Yeah, that's for sure.
Beautiful.
Have you heard the rumor about butter?
About
Never
what?
mind, I shouldn't be spreading it.
About butter?
She just did it.
About butter, or was it?
She can't even tell a joke without it.
Is it about butter? Did you say butter?
Yeah, she said she shouldn't spread it.
She shouldn't be. She shouldn't be spreading it.
Oh, I didn't get it till my husband.
That is so cute. Duck, it's coming back.
That's great. I love it.
I'm really slow at catching on to these jokes.
That's so cute.
Really slow.
So subtle.
I couldn't spread it. I'm like, what?
I shouldn't be spreading it. Yeah.
Never mind.
get
I
it now.
shouldn't be spreading it.
I get it. I get it. Did Carmela and Gianna get it? You have to explain to people whose English is not their first language.
You spread butter on, with a knife. You got it right, Carmela. I'm sure she did.
In other words, you shouldn't be spreading gossip. So you're right.
Gossip.
Yeah.
So that's I got it right away. That was great. I loved it.
Not her first English isn't her first language, but I know that she got it because she's a smart cookie.
Well, it's just like my wife when she came to Canada, like when everybody says have a good one or break a leg or something like that. She says, "What do you mean break a leg? What are you telling them to break a leg for?" All these idioms. So she actually went to a course to learn a lot of these idioms.
Oh, cool.
John's waving it.
Johnny,
John wants to
Johnny,
say
come
something.
in. Come in, Johnny.
You have to open his mic. You
He's
can't
trying.
open his mic. Okay, now you open. Come, John.
Man,
You're audible.
What?
Say something. Oh, you close it again. Open it. Your mic is closed, John.
Try again. You're
John,
muted.
your mic is closed. Open it.
Okay, you're fine. Don't touch it again.
I'm
Fine,
cursed.
come
I'm
and
just
speak.
cursed. Oh, there goes Carmel again. So I'll just shut up. Okay.
She's encouraging you to talk, John.
Go ahead, John.
What?
John, say
Carmela,
something.
Well,
John, say
Carmela
something.
wants you to
talking, so I
speak.
don't know. And
Yeah, she
my
wants.
mic keeps going off, and I got a terrible connection. I'm cursed. It's just a bad night. And every night.
It's that
Oh.
evil twin, John. He's playing
Every
games
night.
with your computer in the closet.
Okay. When I heard, wait, quiet. There we go. When I heard break a leg from Harry, I was trying to break in because I have another little bit of trivia for you. Because people that don't understand the language, they say break a leg. What are you talking about? That's supposed to be good luck in the theater. When somebody's going to have a performance, you say, hey, break a leg. But do you know what that really means?
No.
A leg. Do you know what that means? It does not mean break your leg, of course, but what it means is there are the side curtains on every live stage. You know, you have like side curtains.
Yep.
Not the main curtain that closes, but they're side curtains, right? And those curtains can be in the front of the stage, or they can go back several levels. Maybe you can have 3 or 4 side curtains, 3 or 4 side curtains. And the term break a leg comes because in olden days of the theater, you know, you would have to make your entrance and you would hide behind a leg. That means one of those curtains. So the term break a leg really came from those curtains, because in order to get on stage, you need to break the leg. So that's where eventually the term for good luck, because you got on stage, you were hiding behind the curtains. So the term comes from, it has nothing to do with actually breaking your leg. It has to do with break a leg. That means a curtain. So anyway, that's what break a leg comes from, not really breaking the leg.
That's pretty interesting.
Thank you. Yeah.
Nice. Well worth the unmute, John. Well worth it. Thank you.
Thank goodness. Boy, I had a hard time getting on there. I don't know why. I keep getting knocked off of here. I don't know what it is.
Paul, let's go to you in New York City. Talk to us a little more from the Bronx, would you? Paul, go ahead and unmute.
I'm in Queens. I'm in Queens.
Queens.
Not the Bronx.
Not the Bronx. Queens.
I've always wondered why they call that place the Bronx. I mean, what's the da? There's no the Queens or the Manhattan or the Brooklyn, the Bronx. John, you might know where the da came from.
I think the Bronx. I think the Bronx comes from the accent. It has one of all the New York accents. The Bronx is the thickest one you got.
It's like a
It's
slang.
like it just has that the Bronx. I think
It's like
that's all
Canada,
it is.
eh?
I'm not sure. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, escape from New York,
I mean, you
Florida.
can't
Here
say
we come.
The Manhattan.
You'll
or
be
the
dollars
Queens,
ahead should
or
you come to
the
Florida,
Brooklyn,
Paul.
The Bronx.
You'll be the Florida next.
Come to Florida, yeah.
I'm sure it's cheaper here than in the Bronx. Bronx is, I'm sure, expensive, huh?
Oh Lord, New York City is just priced crazy. I had a client that put his penthouse on the market, starting price $5 million. I mean, it's such a small apartment, and there's a bidding war over it. When he told me when the 2 last bidders saw the landscaping, they started bidding. I don't know what ended up at, maybe it's almost close to $6 million. He moved to Florida. And then he called me yesterday. They bought a whole bunch of new plants in the new place, and the guy they hired to take care of it didn't know what the heck he was doing. So they had to FaceTime with me. I was thinking, wait a minute, I might have to use OConnect to do web conferencing plant service. I got to figure that one out.
True.
That'd be easy to do.
Yeah. Right? Just consultation is primarily what you would be doing, educating them on what to use or what to buy. And how to care and maintain the plant. Yeah.
You know, I stayed up all night and I tried to figure out where the sun was, and then it dawned on me.
You've been hanging around Ty Young too long.
All right,
got that
guys,
one?
I gotta go.
You definitely got to go.
Oh, Karina.
I love you. Have a
I love
wonderful rest of your day and a great weekend. Or
Karina.
Karina.
Bye,
Bye,
Karina.
guys.
Karina.
Karina,
Karina.
we love you.
Bye, bye.
Karina,
Love
before
you.
you,
Next
Karina,
time.
before you go,
Love you, Karina. Love you.
Love ya.
Karina, before you go, before
I
you
have
go,
one question. Karina, are you in Toronto?
Me, I'm in a house.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
It's a little house, up and down, but it's a house.
No. Your city is Toronto or Vancouver or.
My city is Medicine Hat. It's a whole 66,000.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Thank you. Maybe next year I will visit there.
Oh, sounds good. Anytime, Guyana. I'll show you.
Yeah,
our
I
nice little city.
I will decide. I will inform you. In Messenger. Okay. Thank you. Love you.
Absolutely. Anytime. Any of you guys are more than welcome.
Karina, before you go, I think you and I might have something in common, which is our frequency medicine. Are you into that?
Oh, yes. Big time.
Yeah. It's okay. So great. So maybe we could connect and chit chat over that.
Absolutely, Paul. For sure. Are you on Messenger?
I just figured out. I just joined. I just started on Facebook this year after boycotting it for decades.
I will take your last name down and your first name, and I'll try and look for you.
Yeah, I figured out to use Messenger. So Lynn, you can send me those speaker links now. I figured out to find it.
Absolutely.
Can you message me because I couldn't find you? There's a lot of Paul McFarland's.
Oh yeah, what a common.
But if you look for me, there's only one of me, Lynn Mie Nakamoto. Paul, look for me, please.
Okay.
Lynn Mie Nakamoto.
Yeah, I see you. I see you there.
Perfect. Awesome. She's easy to find, that Lynn.
They looked at me and thought, look at this strange lady trying to talk to me.
Yeah, she got the other guy was a window washer. Same name.
I was like, ooh, hard to find you.
All right. See you guys. Make sure you
Bye,
look for me just in case I can't find you.
Bye.
All right, Karina's out of here.
Okay, now we're everybody's in the same side frame now. Pane or frame. Because there's 9 of us, so all equal, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I just refreshed automatically again. Was that everybody refreshing or just my bad connection?
Oh, no, but I didn't have to refresh.
Well, mine refreshed on its own, I guess. Yeah, can you see my video? You see how I'm hesitating? You see my body doesn't move smoothly? Can you notice that?
Yeah.
No, it looked like you're okay. No, it's going good.
Well, when I look at my video,
Don't think about it. You looks fine.
Yeah.
How is your nose?
No, I know.
That's an age.
I'm talking about my video, my
feel?
camera, my video, my speed.
I'm thinking
because it's slow, jerky. I think my video camera or my connection, because I have fast internet, but it's not making a good connection with my computer, I think.
Carmela, try and refresh because we can hear John.
Okay.
Go for it.
Maybe it's
Refresh.
my problem.
No problem.
Oh, she didn't. She couldn't hear me.
Yeah, she couldn't hear you.
Oh, gee.
Oh,
that's probably my end.
Oh, now we're all in squares. Very nice.
Uh-oh.
Oh, rectangles.
Oh, I
What
just got
happened?
refreshed again.
Carmela refreshed.
Oh, when she comes back, we'll be square. No, we'll be rectangle. Can you hear now,
There she
Carmela?
is.
Now I hear good. You hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. We are hearing you.
Yeah.
Very nice.
You are audible.
Thank you.
You know something, John and Lynn?
Yeah.
Months ago, when we were on the Dr. Derek's Zoom webinar, I tried to get everyone interested in getting together some hand signals. So we would signal somebody. The signal would mean something. because every once in a while we're trying to get a hold of somebody and there's no way to get a hold of them at all. And I said, let's get some signals together so we could just put a hand signal. Everyone would know what that means, and open your mic, put on your clothes, turn your window off or something. And I don't know why it didn't catch on, because, and I think, to be true, I think this is where this ticker option came from. Because I was saying we could send a message to somebody who wanted to do something, it would be a great asset. But some kind of hand signals, even if we had it for our meeting here, that might really come in handy sometime. You know, we should probably put a few of them together.
True. Look at Harry's gesture. Do it again, Harry.
Is that the kind of signals you want?
Well, I mean, whatever, you know, this means, you know, unmute. This means mute or whatever. I mean, it was just something I think that would make the online conversation more smooth.
Yeah.
You are going to invent a new language with a hand. You have it for the deaf people. You already have it. You have to Lynn know that language. She can teach us.
We don't want to get too complicated. Just some simple ones.
I think gesture. You want to use natural.
That's a hard thing to learn. I can barely do this, let alone anything more.
I think
I got this down pretty well.
Just use natural gestures. I think the best way. Something that looks like what it means is best. Like refresh. To me, this looks like refresh.
Right.
Yeah, refresh.
Yeah, exactly.
And turn off your mic.
Oh. That's a good one. Or this.
Yeah,
turn off your mic.
Yeah, right. That's the turn off your mic. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then say, if you want to say speak, you can do this, like talking, you know, your mouth moving or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Gesture. What else?
Oh, that's right. Yep.
Yep. That works.
That looks like an alligator.
It can be like a duck. It's like a duck, you know?
Oh, I thought you said.
It's like a puppet.
No, I just ducked. See?
Bye, Srijit. Srijit said he has to go. Srijit Jana.
Bye, Srijit. We'll see you later. We'll see you tomorrow, brother. Thank you.
And Isabel said, good signs. He likes our gestures for the signs. That's cool. Bye, Srijit. I'm glad you dropped in. Angela said, I had to refresh, John. Magic of refreshing. And Srijit says, I want to say goodbye now. Have fun. See you tomorrow. And we have Jarna Saha. Hi, Jarna. Jharna. Saha. Good morning, everybody. He said, hello. Welcome to our show. Wonderful. And Karina said good night. Oh, people said good night to Karina. Charmaine Ung is here.
Charmaine in the house.
Charmaine in Singapore.
Sunny Singapore.
Mm-hmm.
I did notice that Tina Go is now on Telegram. I got some kind of a message that she's on Telegram.
I said hi to her when she came on Telegram. Carmela, you the best, says Legdega.
Oh, there you go, Carmela.
You the best.
Thank you.
And Isabel says, Carmela is funny. Always teasing John. Very nice. We don't mean to ignore you in the chat. We should peek the chat every once in a while, okay, panelists? Lynn, I like all the hand gestures. So awesome, said Sharon Koo. Okay, let's see if people will use them. That's the trick. That's the trick. Somebody has to start using them and spreading it from webinar to webinar until it becomes widely used.
All right, so this is mute your mic. And refresh. And stop talking. Stop talking.
Stop talking. When are you going to tell that to someone?
We can't hear you. We can't hear you.
That's a natural gesture. Or you can say this, point to your ears and go like this, meaning I don't hear you. Or you can do this. I don't hear you. Then shake your head means the negation, right? So those are our suggestions that you.
Yeah, that's good.
Why don't you go through them and let me take a screenshot so I have them all?
Okay, everybody, be animated. Harry, we can take a screenshot. Tap, come up closer. Yana, face the camera. All right, 1, 2, 3, smile. That's nice.
That's good.
Beautiful.
So November 30th is just around the corner. Today's the 24th, going into the 25th. So we're looking basically at 5 days. So
No, 7 days.
no, 7?
6.5.
24th.
Oh, 6.5. Okay. So if
Is
we
it
count,
supposed to be something special, Rob, in 5 days, or you're just thinking it's the end of the month?
Yeah.
well, I'm knowing it's the end of the month, but thinking that as Ash has said, he's mentioned more than once about the wallet withdrawals being moving again, and
okay.
by the end of the month. So we don't know for sure until it happens, but he has mentioned that on more than one occasion now.
Right.
So we're
Hey,
kind
Rob,
of excited about that. Yes.
Rob, I was wondering if someone wanted to try to start a withdrawal now, would that happen, or does you have
Can't
to
do it.
wait until the end of the month if you have money that you did try to move? Like your money's waiting, right? You have money waiting, but I didn't move mine. So does that mean I have to wait before I even try to withdraw it?
I believe so.
Yeah. I think
Yes.
so, yeah.
Because I think when you click on the withdrawal, it says this function is not available yet or now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
And
had
same
tried,
thing with
so,
crypto.
Yeah, okay.
Same thing with crypto. So I'm thinking November 30th is a good date to keep in the back of our minds, actually in the front of our minds. And we'll see what happens. I think we'll hear from Ash in the next week. That's my gut feeling.
Right. Yep.
Because there's more to know than what was in the pop-up today. There's more to know.
Yeah, it didn't say certain things, didn't reference certain things.
No, that are very important based on what's been said recently. Yes.
Yeah.
And we have to also consider what's happening with the banks situation and the money turning to gold in a number of countries. All of that's going to make a difference too. There's a lot of unhealthy stuff going on. That's in the long run is going to be beautiful.
Right now, it's tumultuous to say the least. I mean, you got some banks that won't touch crypto. You got other banks in other areas of the country that will touch crypto. Same thing with gold. You've got some countries that, that's the gold standard, as they say, quote unquote, and other countries where gold is not as welcome for some reason.
I think we just have to live by the quote, blessed are the flexible because they're not bent out of shape.
Oh, you've been hanging around Karina. I got it. So time's going to tell.
That's like an old Jack Benny joke.
Say that again?
Jack Benny. Rochester.
Jack Benny joke. You have nails in your teeth. I don't remember the joke exactly, but it has to do with being bent out of shape because you have nails in your teeth. And I don't know. But anyway.
Mr. Benny.
I heard
Mr. Benny. Rochester.
Benny. Yeah.
You have no idea what I'm talking about, do you?
I have no idea.
She was born about 5-8 years too late.
Rochester. He was doing Rochester. Mr. Benny. That was Rochester. Was Jack Benny? I wouldn't say butler, but first man, or butler, whatever.
He was his valet.
The Jack Benny show. they would do skits, and you would see Jack Benny supposedly at home. The skits would be about, you know, Jack Benny's Hollywood life, and he had an assistant or butler. I wouldn't even call him a butler, but assistant that did everything for him. And he was played by his name's Roscoe. I can't. Is his real name like Roscoe Carnes? I'm trying to think. He was a great movie character in his own right. African American, black man, very, very funny. Has a raspy voice. Made some movies, and a great character. And Jack Benny used him on his show for years. Anyway.
Yeah, he did.
Rochester.
Hey, Lynn, there's always reruns. There's always reruns. Think of it that way, too. I've seen some reruns of Jack Benny shows, so, you know, there's those, too, sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, listen, I watched Jack Benny this morning. I watched the Jack Benny show just this morning. It's on every morning on Me Network, I think it's called. It was one of those nostalgia networks that plays a lot of old TV series. I'm kind of hooked on old nostalgic. That's how I know so much about him, for one thing. Not that I told you yesterday how I watched everything as a kid. I saw all the Jack Benny shows when they were first on back in the 50s into the early 60s. Oh, my. But at any rate, I still watch it. I watched it this morning, and his guest was George Burns. And we know George Burns. Good night, Gracie. Good night, George. Good night, Mrs. Calabash. You know. So this morning, Jack Benny had George Burns on his show because they were very good friends anyway in life, besides being entertainers together. Anyway, there goes a little more trivia for you.
They were good, both of them. I didn't see them. I saw some of the reruns, but I enjoyed watching them. You know, some of those they're so good that it's like they're priceless. You know, some of the acting today, I question because it doesn't really feel like it's acting. You know, it's. But when you watch pros like Jack Benny and Red Skelton and Carol Burnett and some other people that were really good at what they did, it was really a pleasure to watch them, enjoyable to watch them, you know?
Sure. A lot of those shows are just as fun, just as funny as they were back then. That's why those characters, like you mentioned two people there, Jack Benny, Carol Burnett, George Burns, they're classic stars. You know, Carol Burnett is memorable for all time. It's like Lucy, you know, I Love Lucy. You know, certain people from the old days of television, they'll always be remembered because they were classic. They're funny. They're still funny today if you watch their shows.
And the nice thing about them too was they were family shows. You know, they didn't say anything out of line, and they were funny, and they were just good, wholesome entertainment. You know. That was the good thing about those shows. You could sit a kid in front of the TV and not worry about what they were saying. It was so nice, you know?
By the way, I saw a picture.
You know, yeah, that's true. But for their own time, once in a while, you know, everything is relative to the time that you live in. And for their time, every once in a while, someone on those shows, they might say something that would be considered like, oh, what did they just say or whatever, you know. But if we hear that today, we don't even think twice about it. So the things that we hear that we think are maybe a little bit out of line, or why do they say that or whatever, it's different than those days. But it could still happen back in those days where somebody said something that would have been considered kind of not that acceptable at the time, which we would just totally not even think anything about it today.
Just like Bewitched with Elizabeth Montgomery, they stopped the show because the one episode she came in a mini skirt. It was a very short skirt, and they canceled the show.
And what was that? Which show was it?
That was Bewitched. Elizabeth Montgomery.
Oh, Bewitched. Yes, I know. Yes, you're right.
Yeah,
yes,
they canceled the show because
Pedro.
she came in with a mini skirt.
Yeah. And that was considered kind of risque.
Risque. Yeah. You're exposing too much leg, you know.
Hi, John.
Yeah.
Hi, John.
Yes.
I saw a
Yes, sir.
story today on Dolly Parton. And
Oh, I'm
I
not
saw
hearing you.
Dolly Parton.
Dolly Parton.
Uh,
There was a story on her today. Is
It's
she 77?
history.
I
Is
gotta
she
refresh.
77
Wait a
years
minute.
old? Is she really 77 years old?
He's gonna refresh so he can hear. Paul, give him a second to refresh.
Dolly Parton. I was a young girl when I saw her on TV.
I like her. I like Dolly Parton. She's a cutie pie. She's
Yes.
tiny. She's
I
short.
love her.
Okay, I'm back. I got knocked
Okay.
off again. There we
Paul
go.
has
Here's my
something
camera.
to ask you. Are you ready, Paul? Go for it.
Dolly Parton,
Right.
John. Dolly
Say it
Parton.
again. Sorry. Start again.
Dolly Parton.
Yes.
Is she 77 years old?
Say 77. I'd say at least 77. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how old she is, but she's definitely in her late 70s. Might be a year or two older than that. I'm not sure, but she's older than I am.
Wow,
sure.
you should see her. She looks like I need to take her vitamins.
But remember,
She
they
looks
have money for
fine. Yeah, I
plastic
think her. She looks
surgery.
fine. She looks
Yeah,
fine.
she's 77. Yeah.
Right, John? Don't they do plastic
Yeah,
surgery
77,
when they're
okay.
that rich? They have money for plastic surgery.
Oh,
Well, I don't know about that. She might have had a
Plastic
touch. but
surgery
she's not
is
one of
not
those
for
people.
us. We looks better without.
Here's the thing. Some people in show business, they may have plastic surgery. Some of them go too far or it isn't good. Some of them do just a little something and they look fine. Dolly Parton did not have severe plastic surgery. She looks pretty good on her own. There are stars that they've just aged well, or maybe they got a slight little tuck or something, but they didn't go crazy. Then you see some other star and they look terrible because they've done too many things to their face. It's all distorted and it doesn't look anything like what they look like. But that's not the case with everybody. And I think Dolly Parton looked pretty good. Even if she had a little something done, I don't think
You
she
have
had much
to be
done.
happy with what God gives you. That's it.
Well, there's a whole lot of people that aren't, because I have a lot of friends that get tucks and little things and whatever. even if you use what is that called? It's the injection to get rid of your line. Botox.
Botox.
Yeah, I mean, you know, even my sister got a little Botox because my family has these lines right here that are very deep, right above our nose, and she had these two deep lines, and she got a little Botox, and that's gone. Well, that's not serious. That looks fine, looks good, you know, but that's very little. I think if you don't do much, it's fine. It's nice to say, God, you should look the way God gave you, but I don't know. I don't think there's anything wrong with it if you don't abuse it. Like anything else in life that I've said before, all things in moderation. So a little plastic surgery, I don't think it's going to hurt somebody, you know. But too much, if you get addicted to it, for example, there are people who once they start to do something and they go, oh, look at this, oh, and then they have to do something else and they do too much and then they look bad. So that's the only time I would criticize it. I think if somebody gets a little something done, you know, a tummy tuck or something, you know, I don't think that's too bad. I don't know.
Good wisdom.
Yeah. Frank
The
Rose
problem
says
is they don't know the limit. You know, when you start, you go
moderation.
too much. If you're not limited yourself, then it's terrible. I saw people that look like a pig after all these surgeries.
Well, sometimes when people have it, they don't look like the person at all. That's the trouble. That's what I'm saying. If you have so much that you become like a completely different person, that's not attractive. I mean, you want to see who the person is, the way they've always been. But it's okay to get rid of a couple of lines. I got some pretty deep smile lines here that I didn't have even a couple of years ago. And you know, if I got them tucked a little bit, they would be gone. I don't think that would be so bad, but I'm not going to do that. I mean, who knows? But I'm not going to do that. I'm one of those actors that figures I should look the way I look as I age. It doesn't bother me. But there are actors that they feel like they need to keep that youthful image a little more or something, and that's why they do it, I think. Because it's a very cruel, hard thing to do. And your physical appearance, for a lot of these celebrities, a lot of the stars, especially the ones that are considered beautiful or handsome, you know, that puts a lot of pressure on them. And when they start to get older, they don't want to lose their, you know, what people like about them is how handsome they are, or the lady who's so sexy and beautiful. And so some of those folks, they might get a little too much plastic surgery because they're worried about, you know, they're worried about losing that glamour, that look. But a guy like me, I don't have to worry about that because nobody knows me anyway, and I'm not known for my looks, you know.
You're known for your voice, though, and that we love.
Ah, thank you.
Wait a minute.
That's nice when you say that. I really appreciate that. That's so nice of you.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute, John. How is it that you can say that nobody knows you? I've been listening to you all evening and the rest of it. This chat, I had to break a leg. This chat was so live, I did not have any idea what breaking a leg was. And that was a good tip that you shared there. Now I have a little more knowledge of what goes behind
and
the
actually,
scenes.
I think came from burlesque. You know, we think of burlesque as just women taking off their clothes, right? But that's not what burlesque really was, or it is, but it wasn't. Burlesque was the precursor, or if you remember, vaudeville, right? Back in the day, there was a kind of entertainment called vaudeville. And essentially, it was like in modern day, a television show that was a variety show with singers, dancers, acrobats, jugglers, and all kinds of acts. So back in the day, there was a stage show, two different kinds of stage shows. One was called burlesque, and the other was called vaudeville. And so most entertainers would either be on the burlesque circuit or the vaudeville circuit, or both. And so you would have an act, or there would be a duo that would have an act. Or because of burlesque, always had beautiful women. And at some point, that sort of changed to where the focus of a burlesque show became on the woman. And so that's kind of what morphed eventually into what we know as the striptease dancers. But in the very early days of burlesque, it was a lot more, shall I say, wholesome than we would know it in more modern times as to what that was all about with the stripping and the burlesque. They actually had, for example, it had like a lead singer and a what they called, which you probably heard this term, a top banana or a second banana, right? Okay, top banana was usually like a Dean Martin. Remember yesterday I was telling you about Dean Martin was the straight guy in the act where he was handsome and he had a good singing voice. Whereas Jerry Lewis, not that he wasn't handsome, but Jerry Lewis was funny looking and was a character. So in the earlier days, when there were these duos that made the burlesque circuit or the vaudeville circuit, one would be the straight man and the other would be the comic character. And they became known in burlesque. They were known as the top banana, who would be the singer, the straight man, and he would also be the MC, perhaps, of the burlesque show. And then his sidekick was known as the second banana. So you had the top banana and the second banana. And the second banana would do shtick. He was a comedic character. So now, when they would have skits during a burlesque show, it wasn't just a lady that would come out and dance and take some clothes off. And in the early days of burlesque, they didn't take everything off. You know, it was very much more, you know, they didn't take much off. Let's put it that way. It didn't get down to nudity or anything like that. But in between the dancers, there would be skits, and they were comic burlesque skits. That's where you've heard of that. That's where, like in modern times on TV shows, when they have a skit, what it is just a short little comic scene. And in burlesque, they would always have the top banana, the second banana would do a routine. They'd do a funny routine, and then one of the dancers or ladies would come into that, and she would play the third character in the comic skit. And so that's what burlesque really was in the early days. It was more of a variety entertainment show. And yes, it had attractive, pretty women, you know, and it wasn't until the mid to late 40s and into the 50s, if you remember, what's her name? Oh my goodness. Like one of the most famous burlesque dancers of all time, and my mind is going blank. I'll bet one of you can help me. Somebody thinks about it. Yeah. At any rate, she was known as one of the first dancers to take a little more off, so to speak. And it really wasn't until the 60s, maybe late 50s into the 60s, where the burlesque dancers really did take a lot more off, and really into the late 60s and 70s where they got completely naked. Because before that time, they had what they called a G-string, right? and in certain times back in the 50s, the ladies never took off a G-string. It was nothing more than like having a two-piece bikini. So that's what they went down to that. They never got naked. That was in the future. That was more like I say in the 70s, 80s, and then it got way out of hand. So I mean, burlesque. Oh wait, I shouldn't say that. Let me add.
Okay, John.
It got very risque.
John.
John.
You know,
give us a chance
and also
interject.
But I have to say this: in recent years, there's been a comeback of the old time burlesque, where the ladies wore beautiful costumes and they did choreography during their striptease number, right? And they never did take much off. They didn't go all the way. And today, there is a whole lot of ladies that are in that circuit. In other words, they revived what I'll call the clean cut burlesque, because it really did get very dirty. I'll just say dirty, okay? But there's a whole scene, not only in New York here, but around the country, because they tour. They go to Las Vegas, they go to Miami, and they play clubs. But they are doing a different thing. It's more like I almost got her name. Somebody's got to think
I have
of
an
the
idea.
most famous burlesque dancer.
Raise your hand to speak. That way.
Hold on. At any rate,
John can't hear well, so raise your
today,
hand.
the ladies wear costumes. Oh, there's Lynn. Costumes, play music, and dance, and they don't take all their clothes off. Go ahead.
Oh, people want
about Gypsy.
Oh, I didn't know you was raising.
Yeah, people want to interject. People want to add to what you say, John.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No.
Neil,
So
go ahead, Neil.
so you can raise your hand or wave or whatever. Go for it.
Are you talking about Gypsy Lee?
I was just going to say, this guy's got to take off, man. You were talking about taking off. And I thought, well, this guy's got to take off. I wish you guys all a great night. It's been fun.
Okay. Take care, Neil.
Hey, Neil.
Bye, Neil.
Thanks for joining us. Bye.
Have a good night.
Okay, Neil. Have a good night. Well, thank you, John.
You are going out. You put them. You put the hat and the glasses. You're going out.
Yeah, this banana's got a split. See you all again.
It was nice meeting you, Neil.
I knew Neil was going to say something funny.
Cute. This banana's got a split.
Nice to meet you.
Come back again.
Yes.
Well, no, I wanted to stop John because I was getting overloaded. I appreciate the jargon. That was very good, but I needed to absorb some of the things that he was saying. I mean, he's very detailed on the jargon, and he's very. It really makes a lot of sense to know the time when these things happen, because I have seen them. John and I are pretty much the same age, so we have seen. I have seen them, even though I haven't been involved with the entertainment industry much, but you see it anyway. And he passed by the time of a strip tease. I know when that time was, but it is too good to take a minute and absorb all the jargon that he knows about it. But I appreciate it, John.
Yes. Could I say something again, though? I don't know when I dropped out or what you didn't hear, but again, I lost my sound. I got buffered and replenished again. But I did remember while I was coming back, I remembered the star I was trying to think of. Now you're going to know the name of the lady I was trying to think of is Gypsy Rose Lee. You know that name? Gypsy Rose Lee? I'm sure somebody must remember Gypsy Rose Lee.
Yeah, I just mentioned that earlier.
Oh, you did? Well, I didn't hear probably. I was asking some people to help me out. That's right, but I didn't hear.
Yeah,
I
said
Gypsy Rose Lee. Yeah.
Yeah, I said Gypsy Lee, Gypsy Rose Lee, but just for short, yeah.
There's a movie about her life, Gypsy Rose Lee's life, and Natalie Wood played Gypsy Rose Lee in the movie about Gypsy Rose Lee's life. And that gives you, if you would see that movie, you'll get an idea of what I'm talking about, how burlesque kind of changed or how it evolved and how it came about. That's kind of what Gypsy Rose Lee was about. Anyway.
Great info. The jargon is very specific about these characters, how they play their roles, and to be able to learn it, you have to kind of stop and think in the role that they play. But John is definitely knowledgeable in his field, and I don't blame him from going off because he really has it fresh in his mind, even though it happened a long time ago.
Yeah.
But this chat was so live that I just couldn't stay listening anymore. I needed to come in and say something. I really enjoyed the story that Patricia Green said about the bathroom. That must have been something.
You know, I couldn't have made that up, Pedro.
I got a kick out of that.
Wow. You are not tired, friends? We are already 2.5 hours here. Don't you go to sleep?
Yeah, I'm going to call it quits for tonight. I'm going to call it quits for tonight.
It's morning. It's 5
yeah, Mary Lou's getting up now, so.
Okay.
Have a good night. See you hopefully tomorrow night.
Okay,
Harry.
Harry.
Good night yourself.
Nice having you.
Good night.
Night.
Bye-bye, Harry. See you next
time.
Bye-bye.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
And there's a whole bunch of people who have come in to the chat. We have Greg Hill, and he's sharing something. What are you sharing, Greg? He shared something in that chat.
Let's see what he's saying.
Somebody let me know.
Benny Hills. Who is Benny Hills?
Benny Hill. He's an English actor who's passed away. I Googled it when Frank Rowe mentioned that. I didn't know who that was. But when I saw his picture, I said, oh, I know who Benny Hill is. Benny Hill, his mind, where was it? Comedy. But again, over the line at times with me or pushing the envelope. I have owned a webpage on MeWe for a few years. It's called Just Jokes. Here's this link if that is okay. Sure. So that is a link to his jokes. Frank Hill's jokes.
Okay.
Oh, it says Page you are trying to reach is available only for logged in users. Please log in and you will be redirected. That's what it says, Greg. You have to be, I guess, registered with that meeting. Welcome to Kuheli, Jiri Manik.
Could I say, did he mention, Lynn, he mentioned Benny Hill, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good example, because that was a TV show. Benny Hill was a variety star, a comedian, and he did a little singing, but he had a weekly, it was in England, but we also played in America here. In fact, that show is still on, and it can be seen on the Nostalgia Network, the one I'm talking about, only it's a different one called Antenna. It's called The Benny Hill Show, and it's a variety show, comedy, skits, beautiful girls in, not burlesque though, because this was in the 70s actually on television, I believe, early 70s, and what he would have is a chorus line of gorgeous dancers, and they would always do like, and they dressed in pretty, for the sexy outfits, but it wasn't burlesque, it wasn't striptease. They would actually dance, like the Rockettes or something, when you're doing a dance routine, and it would be a line of like 10 or 12 ladies, and he had them on the show every week, and he also had a group of sidekicks. They would fulfill the role of the second bananas or the singers or all that stuff. So he's right about saying that when he looks up Benny Hill, because he was an English performer though. Yeah.
And how about Johnny Bennett? Was he part of the Rat Pack?
No, Benny Hill was no, completely different. First of all, he lived in England, and he may have come to America a few times, but Benny Hill was not much of an American performer. We only know of him because his television show was broadcast not only in England, but like I said, we could see it here. We can still see it here. It's the old reruns of his shows, because I think he's passed away. I'm not sure, but he would be pretty old now. But he was in his heyday back in the 60s and 70s into the 80s. And he had a weekly television variety show. It's just that he patterned it off of kind of the old burlesque shows, but it didn't have strippers. It just had a chorus line of gorgeous young ladies, and they were gorgeous. And then he would have singers and comic skits. But he wasn't part of the Rat Pack. That's a whole different thing of American entertainers led by Frank Sinatra. That was like a clique or a club, the Rat Pack. That's a different thing. The 8 people that I named last night, plus Angie Dickinson, that's the Rat Pack, and nobody else could be in the Rat Pack. It was a closed club, so to speak.
And what was the name of the lady that was the only lady that had entrance to the club?
Yes, Angie Dickinson.
Oh yeah.
Remember her.
I see.
You know Goldie Hawn, John?
Yeah. Goldie Hawn, John. Uh-oh, John's buffering. You see him?
Yeah, he's buffering.
Yeah. I remember Goldie Hawn. Is she still alive?
She's been my client for almost 20 plus years.
How old is she? About?
She's in her 70s.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, her age is showing.
I just Googled her.
She hasn't aged as well as
yeah, and her daughter. Lynn, can you hear me now, folks?
Yeah.
Okay. Boy, I keep getting knocked out. My mic keeps getting knocked out. Goldie Hawn is in her late 70s, or maybe mid 70s, like myself. She'd be about my age. She still looks great, and she hasn't had too much plastic surgery. She looks great because she's one of those people that age well. Her daughter, I'm forgetting her first name. When you're looking her up, did they mention her daughter when you Google Goldie Hawn? She is a star. Right now, her daughter, who looks a lot like Goldie Hawn did when she was young, is a pretty big movie star.
Yeah. Kate Hudson is the daughter.
Oh,
Kate
I lost
Hudson.
my thing again. Oh, it's quiet.
Kate Hudson.
Yeah, she's
famous, right?
Yeah, she's pretty good.
Oh.
I knew them when they were kids.
She's 78, but she sure looks young. Oh.
Lynn, I think I will go to nap.
Night, night. Night, night.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Enjoy yourself. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Thank you
Good
for
night.
the opportunity to be here.
Good night, Camilla.
Wonderful to have you.
Good night. See you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Love you.
Have a good night.
Love you
Bye-bye.
too.
Oh, I'm back again. Boring me. Did you hear when I was saying Goldie Hawn's daughter is a movie star now in her own right and looks a lot like mother did when she was young?
Yes.
Yeah.
Kate Hudson. Kate Hudson. Right?
Oh, yes, Kate Hudson. Right. She was married to one of the Hudson brothers, which was a comedy team of brothers. But yeah, Kate Hudson. Actually, she's not married to them anymore. She got divorced from him.
Yeah.
She's married to another movie star. But at any rate. Yeah. This is so frustrating because I have the worst signal, and I don't know when people are talking or I'm talking or I get knocked off, and I'm just sorry,
Fiona says, hello, it's been nice listening in. All functions, visuals, and sound has been excellent with OConnect. Yay, Fiona, that's good to hear. Awesome.
Yeah, it's outstanding.
It's been very stable tonight.
Not for me.
Very stable.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
and the way to...
If your internet is good, it's stable.
Oh, yeah.
Just refreshing
fine.
whenever it's buffering.
I've got a poor connection, I think.
Yeah.
John, do you have those 3 green internet bars on the top right of your screen, John?
Pardon me? Say again?
On the top right of your screen.
I have 3 bars.
The 3 green bars. Are yours full?
No, I'm not on the phone tonight. My phone doesn't work at all on for some reason. This is an old story. I don't want to repeat it again. But my phone, I get no sound for the last 5 nights, only on RobLynnLive. But my phone usually works great.
No, I mean on the laptop. Yeah, on the computer. Are the 3 green bars?
It's an old Mac. I have fast internet, but I have a feeling that this Mac is not picking up the signal very well. I think that's what the problem is. So, my good fast computer died about a month ago, and I can't afford to replace it. So I'm using a 14-year-old Mac that probably wants to be retired too, but at least it's working, but it's very slow, and that's why I think all this is happening.
Okay, so Paul is asking you to look at the upper right-hand corner of your computer. There's 3 vertical green lines. It shows how strong your connection is. Do you have those 3 green vertical lines?
Right hand.
It's not 3. I got 3 lines. Yeah.
Oh, he has 3 lines, Paul.
Yeah, that's a good connection.
I lost it again.
Yeah.
I've lost the sound again.
We can hear you.
Must be a hardware issue.
I think it has to do with AI. He probably has a strong voice that AI figures out, but he doesn't need any sound.
Hello. Isn't this ridiculous? I'm so sorry. I do have 3 lines. I have on my computer. It's at the top of this screen. Yes, I have 3 to 4 lines. Right now I have 3, but there are times when it's 4. Good. But it doesn't matter.
No, it's
I think
3 is the max.
Go ahead.
If you have 4, that's the problem.
Pardon me?
If you have 4, that's the problem. You should have 3.
I should have how many?
Just kidding.
6?
I think just 3. Most computers show just 3.
Well, that's what I've got right now, 3. I'm still getting a bad signal. That doesn't matter. I don't think it's the lines. I think it's the computer, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, definitely.
And let me just say now, hold on, I want to put my camera back on. I'll probably get knocked off again. I should probably leave it off. You know what? I know everybody's getting bored now, but the thing is, one story leads to like another thing. For example, somebody mentioned Goldie Hawn, right? Oh yeah, I know Goldie Hawn, and she's about my age. And we remember Goldie Hawn from, you know, Laugh In, the comedy show. That was the very first job that she ever had, Laugh In, back in the late 60s. Okay, and that's where she got her start, and then she became a big movie star. Her daughter, as we mentioned, is Kate Hudson, and she is now pretty big movie star. She's called Kate Hudson because her first husband was a Hudson brother. She's been divorced from him for many years, and she married a gentleman. His name is Kurt Russell. Now, if you might know Kurt Russell, he's also a pretty well-known movie star. But Kurt Russell was a child star for Disney, you know, Walt Disney. He started when he was about 7 years old, being a star in Disney movies, very many Disney movies, and never stopped. Grew up, and nowadays he's in his 70s, married to Goldie Hawn. They have kids, but one of them is Kate Hudson, who she had when she was married to one of the Hudson brothers. Anyway, so you see how one thing leads to another. But Kurt Russell's a very famous actor in his own right, too.
And director now,
so,
yeah.
Anyway, yep. Thought I'd that up. It just all these things tie together.
Yeah.
And I know it gets boring after a while, but you know, one story leads to another. So
you really know this stuff. You really know this stuff, John.
Wow, he knows his stuff.
Oh, man,
he's an encyclopedia, a human encyclopedia.
No.
Only on certain things, though. No, well, I know a lot of trivia crash stuff too, but I really do know about showbiz and theater, and film, and the people that worked it. You know.
Because every day he watches the old movies, right? You watch every day the reruns.
Yeah.
Every
not
day.
just reruns. I mean, you know, I've seen them. I own a lot of them. I have the DVDs of a lot of old movies. I've watched. Let me just say this: I've watched a lot of older movies going back to the 30s. Well, I've even watched silent films. I love silent movies in the 20s.
Wow.
I love all of film. But anyway, I've watched way too many movies, way too many times, probably. You know, some of them I've seen more than 50 times easily.
Oh, wow.
You know, like I mentioned, The Wizard of Oz. I'm sure I've seen The Wizard of Oz 100 times, at least. You know.
Wow.
I was watching The Court Jester today.
Oh, there's a good one.
With Danny Kaye.
Yeah.
That was good.
Who was that? Who was that? Patricia?
Yes.
Yes, that's Court Jester's Danny Kaye.
Right.
Oh boy, it's a good one. Don't get me started on Danny Kaye. I'll tell that another night. He's a really good one. Yeah.
He's a good actor. Also.
Oh, he was good. He also had a TV show, a variety comedy TV show, but he was much more than that. He was also a movie star for MGM.
Excuse me, John. Hello, my dear John and Lynn, ma'am. I have one idea I can share here.
Yeah, of course.
So actually, 3 months before, I was shared that idea with Suzy ma'am also, and also Chris also. So you know, I saw in one group, in Indian group, one have a flight with the ONPASSIVE. There may be some guys make it that flight with the ONPASSIVE logo and very nice design. So from that